Well, greetings, my 28 feet of YouTube followers. It's been a while. I got a lot of things on the bench, and the bench is a little messy, I'm not going to lie. But what I have for you today is going to be short and sweet. So, what is the interesting thing on the bench today? This stuff. We've all seen it. It is the remnants of when you've applied double-sided tape and you wind up with this paper, which is otherwise trash. But I'm going to show you something to do with this that is perhaps one of the coolest tricks I will ever show you. And it is this. If you take this stuff, and this is the stuff that is probably Teflon or some very, very slippery plastic on both sides. All right? It's not paper on one side. It's plasticized on both sides. Isn't that right, Quinoa? You want to play with this? I only need this piece to show them, so you can play with this if you really want to play with that. Okay, you can play with that. This stuff, if you roll it into a little tube, right, and then you flatten that tube out, you get something that looks like this. And then if you squeeze that and pull it apart, and please bear with me, I only have one hand, so I just used my teeth to pull this out. And what you do is you pull this out until the very end of it is only, 2 layers of paper thick. And then you can insert this into a crack of some sort, like say you need to pop a knob off or something like that. Now, I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know if this is enough tape to do it. But the bottom line is if you roll this tube out and you stretch it out like this, you put the thin end in something and then you push the other end in like this. And it creates a very, very powerful wedge. And it drives it in without scratching anything. And you would be absolutely amazed at the mechanical advantage this gives you. And you can vary it by how long it is and how many wraps around it is before you flatten it out. But if you take this stuff and roll it into a tube and then flatten it out, you can take the thin end and use it to do just about any kind of wedging that you would otherwise need a tool to do that could possibly scratch something. Another good use for this is if you're ever gluing something up, like say you have a piece of wood that has a crack on it and you need to get some glue in the crack, but you got to pull the thing open. If it's just like a little splinter or something, or a little part hanging off, maybe under its natural tension, you can't get any glue in it because the crack is closed, but you got to hold the thing open to get glue in it, right? Well, you could use a tool for that, but if you use a metal tool, the metal tool can scratch the wood and leave evidence that you stuck a tool in that spot. But if you take this and you put that in the crack, and then you drive it in like that, and then open the crack up, you can glue all the way around it. And because this stuff is Teflon coated, it's not really going to want to stick to the glue very well. So then you can pull this stuff out, throw it out if it gets contaminated. So every time you get some double-sided tape, before you throw all this shit away, ask yourself, do I ever need the ability to wedge something off with mechanical advantage? And all you have to do is roll the stuff into a tube, stretch it out, and then push it right in. All right, that's my tip for the day.